Now on ITV, the Lunchtime News.
Good afternoon, I'm Mark McQuillan. Multiple explosions have hit the Ukrainian city of Lviv this morning. One of the city's representatives said at least 7 people had been killed by the blasts, believed to be caused by missiles. The country's President Volodymyr Zelensky vowed to fight absolutely to the end in the port city of Mariupol after soldiers there defied Russia's demand to surrender. James Dunham has the latest.
Lviv in the west had provided relative refuge from the relentless bombardments in the east. But buildings are burning here and thick black smoke billows. 7 were killed in a series of airstrikes. Nowhere and no one is guaranteed safety against the Russian onslaught. It's a barbaric strike, says Maxim Kozitsky, Lviv's regional head. It's a civilian object. People were there working. Unfortunately, a tragedy has happened. On the other hand, maybe it was a deliberate strike on a civilian facility because there is nothing sacred for them. One of those injured, 3-year-old Artem, is now being treated in hospital. He and his mother were in Lviv searching for some sanctuary. This is the city they left behind, Kharkiv, where intense shelling saw medics making a terrifying dash for cover. While in Chernihiv, where the invaders have withdrawn, the landscape is a ruin dotted with destroyed Russian military equipment. Nikolai Ilinsky's home was ransacked as forces retreated.
These fascists started spreading mayhem. They even took the clothes that were on me in which I arrived from the city. I did not expect such mayhem from them.
Russian separatists surround the southeastern port city of Mariupol, where the ultimatum from Moscow to Ukrainian forces was surrender or die. This is the steel plant where the resistance is holed up and holding on. Russian forces are destroying Mariupol, says Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky. They want to wipe off the face of the earth other places and other cities in the Donetsk and Luhansk regions. We are doing everything to ensure defence. Capturing Mariupol, what's left of it, would be a highly significant and strategic gain for Russia. The defenders determined to fight to the end. James Dunham, ITV News.
The Prime Minister is under significant pressure as he returns from the Easter break to face the Commons for the first time since he was fined by police for breaking lockdown rules. Our political correspondent Romilly Weeks is here, and Romilly, a big week for Boris Johnson.
Yeah, the Prime Minister is probably not having the most relaxing bank holiday weekend in a career characterised by sticky moments. Even by his standards, it is going to be a very difficult week ahead. Tomorrow, as you say, he's going to face MPs for the first time since he was fined. He's expected to apologise, but then to attempt to move the agenda on to the other big issues facing the country. However, there is also the issue of whether he misled Parliament, and the opposition parties want to try and force a vote on whether that should be investigated. Today, ministers attempted this defence.
Well, I think the Prime Minister's been clear that he's never knowingly misled Parliament. That is the important thing in the ministerial code. But equally, it's an ongoing investigation. And the Prime Minister is going to come and answer questions from MPs later this week.
I think we can expect that will be a flavour of what the Prime Minister's defence will be, that he was badly advised, and he will be taking heart that the appetite within his party to depose him seems to have dissipated. But remember, the Met Police have not yet issued fines for the most raucous parties. This weekend there were reports that the Prime Minister might even have served drinks at one. If, as expected, he is issued with more fines, that defence will be even harder to sustain.
Romilly, thank you very much indeed. To other news, and almost 450 people have now died in floods that have hit South Africa. The devastation was triggered by torrential rain in the southeast of the country. Schools and hospitals have been destroyed, while parts of the city of Durban have been without water for days. And here, high street maternity and baby brand Jojo Maman Baby has been bought by an investment group led by the retail giant Next. The company, which has 87 stores in the UK, counts the Duchess of Cambridge as one of its high-profile customers. In Scotland from today, face coverings are no longer required by law in indoor spaces, but the government and health officials are still strongly advising the public to wear them as COVID cases remain high. It brings Scotland in line with rules in place in the rest of the UK. Polly Bartlett sent this from outside Glasgow Central Station a bit earlier.
3 months after England got rid of face coverings, Scotland has become the last UK nation to follow suit. As of today, they are no longer required on public transport and in other indoor settings. It comes as COVID cases remain relatively high. Latest estimates show that 1 in 13 people tested positive for the virus in the last month. The Scottish Government, however, do hope that people will continue to wear their face coverings voluntarily, and that's something we've definitely seen today here on trains and in the station.
I'll wear a face mask on public transport, I think, and if I forgot one for the shops, I'd probably still go in, but I'll try and take one out with me.
I'd say there's about 50-50, and dare I say it's generally the older generation that is wearing them.
Not wearing a face mask at the weekend, though, was First Minister Nicola Sturgeon. She's been reported to Police Scotland for appearing to breach the face mask law on a campaign visit to a barbershop in South Lanarkshire on Saturday. The SNP said she realised her mistake after a few seconds and put her face mask back on. Other changes here today mean that people without COVID-19 symptoms are no longer required to take regular lateral flow tests, and it also means an end to routine testing in schools, workplaces and universities.
That's it this lunchtime. Duncan Golestani will be here with the evening news at 6 p.m. The news where you are follows the national weather. From everyone here, enjoy your afternoon. Goodbye.